Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Van Buren Variety Show. Certain glad you're tuning in. I am Bob Van Buren, your host. Glad to see you're all tuning in once again. This is, like I said, for those newcomers, we are a variety show, different subjects each week, individual guests. Could be talking about a hobby, a profession, a special talent, maybe even some musical entertainment. So stay tuned for that. Certainly glad you're here. Hope you've had a great week so far. Tonight, we have a topic that we have not covered yet, and it's something that I personally could use advice, and that's fashion. For those of you that know me personally, and probably those of you online that have seen, I'm the most unfashionable person that there is. Well, at least I thought I was at one time. But I have a question for you. Let's talk about fashion here just for a second. I'm going to put you in this place, okay? Whether you're male or female, just picture this, all right? You're going to work, okay? Wherever your job is or wherever it was if you're retired. You walk in to your building or wherever you work. What would your boss and your coworkers say if you walked in dressed like this? Just look at that for a few minutes. What would your employees say? Well, Matthew 7:1 says we should judge not that ye be not judged, but I would think that I judge better than that. I mean, I dress better than that. So, yeah, that's not something that I would wear. I don't even know what you would call that. I'm sure that's, what they say, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but yeah, so I'll let y'all just decide for yourselves what that is. But we're not here to talk about bad fashion, okay? We're here to talk about good fashion, and not just good fashion. Stuff that's just off the assembly line with no feeling, no personal touch at all. We're going to talk to someone who has their clothing line, has their own logo, and can even custom make things to your own desires. So believe me, I will be paying attention to this interview as well. So let me bring her on now.
Hi, everybody. I'm
Hello.
Jasmine.
Nice to meet you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jasmine. She's going to be talking to us about her fashion line, her logos, her whole project that she's got going. And she represents a company called Eli Nelly, which she'll tell you more about. Jazz, welcome to the Van Buren Variety Show.
Hey there. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
I'm glad you're here because, like I told you, said in the monologue, you probably heard, I need fashion sense as well. So
Yeah.
definitely. So let's just kind of jump into it. You're into this. Kind of describe your business first.
Okay.
What are you doing?
So Eli Nelly Apparel is my casual clothing, hopefully soon empire. It's definitely started as like a passion project, and it's kind of evolved into a way for people from all walks of life to kind of express themselves and wear just like comfortable clothes that they can feel good living their lives in.
Great. We all need that for sure.
Yeah.
So what got you interested in this? What was the the starting point? When did you think this was a really good idea to kind of jump into?
So everything that we make, I pretty much draw. I have my iPad out and I'm drawing, and I've always been a doodler. And it really started one day. I was just drawing a lion because I'm a Leo, so like Leo lion makes sense. And I thought it looked pretty cool. And I had the idea to put some traits around it. And I was like, I could do this for a bunch of astrological symbols. And so I did it for each one. And I threw out the clothing line. And I really wanted to expand it to do more things that kind of represent us as people in a variety of ways, whether that's race, orientation, just like your overall mindset, your identity. And I'm planning to get into even more kind of avenues as we continue on.
So you make your own logos. I mean, you've created these yourself.
Yes. So like I'm wearing one right now, just very simple, just cute little rainbow iconic tee. This is embroidered. And yeah, I made this myself. If there's art on any of our tees, I make it myself. I've made custom t-shirts for people. So yeah, I pretty much use Adobe products and I design it all out on the iPad Pro.
Wow. That takes talent that I sure don't have. So I'm glad you're around to do that for us.
Oh yeah.
Uh, do you do, I know you have your own designs, of course,
Hmm.
but do you do custom designs if somebody wants, has like I said, a baseball team, a bowling league, or something like that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, one of my favorite custom designs that we did is last year, right before Christmas time. I had a friend of a friend just message us on Instagram saying like, "Hey, my friend Alex told me about this. Would you be able to do these custom T-shirts?" And they had a Dungeons and Dragons league that like a campaign that was going on for 2 years. I was coming to an end. She sent me like the sketch she had, and I digitized that. I put the color in the background she wanted. I put it on super high quality tees. They were like really cool, like gold with like this like green lettered font, like shadow and a skull on it with like a knife through the head. It was really fun to redraw onto the iPad, and then I sent her the mock-up. She said she loved it. We got 12 tees printed out and sent to her in 2 weeks, and I think it was a great experience for both of us.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. So say somebody brings you a logo and they
Hmm.
want a logo or some kind of statement on the shirt. How do you judge how big it should be, how small it should be? I mean, how do you size it appropriate to the shirt? I guess.
Yeah, I mean that was definitely a learning curve for me. Like
Uh-huh.
if you really were around when we first got started, it's that I'd have logos this big just when I was like 2 inches doesn't sound like much. But I definitely have like a running list of standards of how things should be fitted, if they are centered across the chest, if they're on the left chest, if they're on the back, if they're on the sleeve. So I've gotten a lot more experience in just those things because as you're in the business, trial and error, you learn from your mistakes, and I think that we're definitely getting better. I feel like I'm getting better with color. I'm getting better with size, with like materials. Like when we first started, I mean, it kind of felt like, oh yeah, they just bought a T-shirt at Michael's and put it on the Cricket, and like yeah, for a little bit that was fun. And then now we actually have our own printing company, so they have like a
Really?
double.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
they double check my work. I send them the design, I send them the specifications, the like for embroidery, like the thread color, and then I have another artist check my work before they then in their $1 million facility digitize the print or embroider it. So I feel like we're definitely learning and growing quickly.
So I want to kind of clarify that what you just said.
Hmm.
You can both print like a logo or a photo or whatever, but you can also embroider it. You can do both.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
well.
So the embroidery has some limitations because just like it's an embroidery machine,
Sure.
but we
Hmm.
do have a wide range. I think it's 28 colors we can embroider in, and
Oh,
it's just
wow.
like as long as it's less than 4 inches, it's pretty much good to go. The printing is amazing. So
Really?
our print partner, they have state of the art direct to garment. So it's not a screen print, it's not a heat press. It's actually putting ink into the shirt that
Oh,
as the
wow.
shirt gets older, as you wash it more, yeah, it's gonna like just look like your new favorite t-shirt. It's gonna, slowly fade because of washing, but
Sure.
for the most
Hmm.
part, it's gonna be like high quality. It's not gonna crack. Um, I mean, I have one shirt. I think I've watched it every week for the last 8 months, and it's my go-to.
So it's not like you on those pictures. It's not like it's likely in the shirt. It's not like something like you just ironed on.
No,
It's
no,
just
it's like
okay.
in the fabric. Yes.
That's even better because sometimes when you iron stuff on, it'll peel off or it
Hmm.
cracks. We've seen that back in the I'm aging myself, the 1980s. There's a lot of stuff that you see that's cracked and it wears off over time.
Yeah. No, we have very high quality products. I mean, even like my own family members, like they know I do good work, but they've purchased things just to be like, "Oh, I'm supporting my cousin," and they get it and they're like, "Whoa, this is actually really nice." Like I think that we could easily compete with any like American Eagle or Zoomies or
Perfect.
PacSun on the actual quality of our clothing because everything's pre-shrunk. and I only use the highest quality materials I can find. You know, we're not doing Gildan over here. No offense to Gildan.
Yeah. I want to ask you, now that you've kind of gone into business for yourself,
Mhm.
when you were starting up for the first time, what did you see as were some challenges getting started, or even now, what challenges have you seen?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, getting started is all like you don't know what you don't know until you realize you don't know it. So I've definitely spent several, several, probably hundreds of hours just learning from other creators, learning on YouTube, getting into just entrepreneur classes and trying to like navigate the fashion aspect, but
Mhm.
also the marketing. Because I mean, it's a two-person industry, like me and my partner, who's the namesake of Eli Nelly. But you know, I'm doing the designs, I'm sending them off, I'm doing the shipping notifications, I'm making the website, I'm running the Instagram, making
Wearing
discounts.
many hats sounds like.
Yeah, there's so many hats, and at the same time, I have a full-time job. So it was definitely a learning curve getting to the point where I know I want to make high quality stuff. Like, how can I find that? How can I source the materials? How can I get it to the customer efficiently? Um, and you know, at first we just started with Printful, just like, okay, cool, I'll do this. And then as I learned more and was looking at the things that I like in stores, I was like, this isn't exactly what I want. I don't want just a shirt with something on the front. I want like
Sure.
something cool. Like I want pretty much every shirt we has is like Eli Nelly embroidered on the tag, or you know, I want custom tags. I want embroidery. I want cool prints. So we went with our partner at Pleek. They're located in Philadelphia and Los Angeles. And when we were first getting started with them, there was a really big hurdle called COVID. And
Oh,
yeah, their
everybody went
facilities
through
were
that.
backed
Yeah.
up. Their
Mhm.
products were backed up. And I was like, oh my God, they're taking forever. And
Yep.
I mean, it took a lot of trust to partner with someone and trust them with, you know, this is my baby. I love Eli Nelly, and they do great work. So we stick with them. Sometimes they might go 3 weeks, and then I'm calling the owner. I have the CEO's phone number. I'm like, Peter, let's go. But no, they always do great work. They always deliver, and I'm just so happy that I partnered with them to make this company grow.
Okay, so what do you say? And you mentioned you wear many hats,
Yeah.
but of this job, or this this website and this clothing you're doing, what would you say you enjoy the most? If you could narrow it down to one or two, what do you like the most about doing this?
Definitely the creative aspect. Just like putting my ideas that I have in my head onto my iPad or onto a piece of paper, then onto my iPad, and then seeing it come to life. Like
Oh yeah,
sometimes I'll just be like, you know what? I'm gonna make a pink giraffe today, and you know, not everything gets to the website like at all. There's so many things that I'm like, that was fun. I'm not doing that though. But no, just like creating something and then actually throwing it out there to see if people enjoy it and people like it. That's just feels so good to like know your work is appreciated and admired,
hmm.
and that you put some good out into the world.
Can you give suggestions as well? What I mean by that is, I kind of mentioned the baseball team or the bowling league or whatever.
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
a team that maybe they want something, but they can't really know what logo want, what wording. Can you kind of help them say, hey,
yeah.
what about this? Can you do that for them too?
So another thing that really got me started into like making t-shirts is I'm a basketball coach, and for the
Oh,
last
okay.
couple of years I've been designing like our shirts and working with a guy in Plano, Texas. And
Uh-huh.
I got really into that. You know, I'm like, all right, we're gonna put the net here, and we're gonna put the words, and we're gonna have other words. So I definitely have experience in those kind of custom aspects of like, okay, cool,
Oh,
you
wow.
wanna show off your brand? I've got you as well.
Okay. Now we mentioned clothing line, and
Mhm.
so what kind of clothes do you do?
Okay.
Hopefully not the picture we showed earlier.
No, no. So not exactly high fashion, not exactly street fashion. I consider us like chill, comfy fashion, right? I consider us like casual, high quality clothing made for beyond ordinary people. You know, we're not for your
See?
average. I fit in a box. I just want to kind of be like everyone else. Like, no, we want to express ourselves and I also want the clothes to be great. So I don't, sew clothes. I get them from other quality brands. Like I said, we don't use Gildan. This is actually printed on comfort colors. It's like a big comfy tee, and I got it in a large just so I can be comfy in the house. Our comfort tees are our best sellers. They normally, if I was wearing a colored one, they have like a nice pigment dye to them. They're pre-shrunk. They have like a cool 90s boxy fit, which is really in right now.
I like that.
Yeah. We also print on a Bella canvas blend that is, it's more slim and tailored. Once again, it's also pre-shrunk. And it comes in like really strong colors, not like the faded ones, like the comfort colors. So it's cool to have those two mixes of, all right, do you want like kind of a boxy loose shirt, or would you like a slim one? And I think the slim one's like great for layering. We also use independent products for our sweatpants, our sweatshirts, our hoodies. We have hats, we have dad caps, we have fitted cap, or not a fitted cap, we have snapbacks. We even worked with an intern this summer, and she made trucker hats for like various cities, including Dallas, Chicago, Miami,
Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta. So I mean, we had tons of products. If I feel like if anyone were to go to the website, they'd find them something that they would really enjoy.
Well, I actually do have some photos that I'm going to show to our audience. So I'll bring one up. You can kind of talk about it. And here's how I would describe it. We talked about this a few days ago. And I agree with you. These are clothes, especially the laid back clothes. It's stuff you can go to the grocery store with. You can chill at home watching TV. You can even sleep in them if you want.
Yeah. There's been a time or two I've slept in this. Like, it's an embroidered shirt, and I'm like, I'm sleeping in it. This is comfy.
So you're talking about the sweatshirt. Let's bring one up right here.
Okay. That is our best-selling sweatshirt. Hoodie. We have another best-selling actual just crew neck sweatshirt, but that is the high altitude sweatshirt in green. This is really so it's like nice and thick and comfy. It's great for going to a grocery run at 11 o'clock at night when it's getting kind of nippy. It's great for taking on a camping trip, you're going up to the mountain. It's great for, I wore that thing to work all the time because like it's very comfortable. I'm like, I'm wearing my hoodie today. No, it's a really nice, good looking hoodie. I don't know if you can really tell on your own personal computer, but it's has like a really nice pigment dye to it.
Sure.
It's great. Top notch hoodie.
I was going to ask you, what sizes do these come in? Small, medium? Does it go 3X, or do you know?
We do have some products in 2X. Most of our things range between small and XX, but there's a couple products. Like I know we have one product called the trim hoodie, and it's pretty much just like, you can see the little yellow outline. We call that the trim. It's just that on a hoodie.
I see it.
Yeah, and I think those go all the way up to 5X. So.
Oh really? Oh wow.
Yeah, I've got to hang out with my big people. We got
exactly. Here's another one. I think it's a sweatshirt as well.
Oh, okay. So this one's fun because we made the salmon one and a mint one at the same time, and then before we released it, we put out a poll on Instagram of which do you like better, and the salmon one lost by like 2%. But this one is one of my favorites. This is printed on comfort color, so it's going to be like a looser long sleeve, but still like nice and tailored kind of in the waist. Just really solid go-to t-shirt. And this is our Beyond Ordinary, or this is like the original Beyond Ordinary product. So we're like Eli Nelly Beyond Ordinary, and the idea is that you're beyond, like 5 times beyond ordinary. And also the idea is like you can't box it in, like it's. Yeah.
I like that. That's good to get your self-esteem up, I would say, too.
Right. Like, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to give people some pride.
Well, I was going to ask you, now you have a supplier for your clothes. Of course, you bring your designs, too. As a person is limited, like, I'll just bring up something kind of strange. What if someone likes that, but they want it in hot pink? Are they pretty much out of luck, or no?
They would need to send me an email. I have definitely taken custom requests. Like one of our shirts, we only had in a long sleeve, and I had someone just email me like, "Can this come in white and short sleeve?" And I was like, yeah, let me make it. I had a quick turnaround, sent it out, and I mean, I got like such good pictures from it too, because it was this shirt but with a different logo. I think it was the Y'all Means All, but on
Uh-huh.
this. And she turned into a crop top. It was so cute. I was like, oh my god, what a great idea! I need to make that for real. So definitely, like, if there's something that someone wants and I can make it happen, I will make it happen.
That's great. You mentioned that you use Adobe. Is that Adobe what
Mhm.
you call it?
Yes.
Is that pretty much difficult to use, or is it pretty user friendly? Or
Not
I don't know. I
easy.
don't know much about it. I don't know much about it, so that's why I'm
um,
asking.
I know a little bit because in high school I took multimedia design, and then
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah, my background's in mass comm, so I worked with a lot of Adobe products there for like Premiere and stuff. So there was a little learning curve just because there's so many new features in 2020, 2021.
Yeah, I know nothing. So
But no, I found this really cool drawing app on there. It's called Adobe Fresco. So from there,
oh,
I
okay.
can layer, I can draw, and then I send that to either. I want to say I send it to Illustrator, but normally I send it to Photoshop because I'm not as comfortable as I should be with Illustrator yet. It doesn't look like how it did 10 years ago, and sometimes I get on there and I go, I'm just gonna go to what I know. But no, we do make like high quality products with Adobe, and then I send the images off. I always make sure they're at least for like 300 pixels per square inch. I'm
Oh,
talking
that's
jargon
good.
right now.
No, I'm following you on that one now.
Yeah, so 300 pixels per square inch. So if it's like a picture, like I had one of my old colleagues, her son's graduating from high school, and she wanted to put like his baby pictures with his senior picture on a shirt. So
Oh wow, that's memorable.
it was
Oh,
adorable. So we had a baby picture, and then his like now 18-year-old picture with,
wow.
congratulations, Eddie, class of 2020 on the shirt. And she was stunned by like how high quality it printed just because I take the time to go through the process of making sure it's high quality. And then my printing company double checks me. If it's lower than their standard, they'll be like, we have to fix this. Sometimes they will just go, hey, we vectorized this image for you so it can be blown up a little bigger. And I mean, great relationship.
Sound like they've got you. I like that because they're not just going to go ahead and do it and give you a product you're not pleased with.
Yeah, no,
They
they're
give
not
you
gonna.
feedback. They actually give you
Neither
feedback.
one of us want to make crap because it's
Yeah.
their name and my name on the line.
Well, I was going to ask you, talking about that woman that had that graduation shirt.
Mhm.
What? Now you can't, judge them all by that one, but what is, say, a person comes to you, wants this logo on a particular shirt. You have to, you get the logo, you send it off. What's the normal? I'll say average turnaround.
Okay. Um, so it depends. Normally, our printing company is very, very good when they're making a bunch of the same things. Like the orders that we've had that have gone over our standard of we deliver it to you, it's at your door by 2 weeks, are the orders where it's like
Oh,
they
wow.
ordered a hat, they ordered 2 sweatshirts, they ordered a shirt, they ordered a pair of sweatpants, and they ordered a pair of sweatshorts, and we just have to wait for those different garments to get in, and that slows things down. But normally, if someone's like, hey, I want this design printed on 12 black shirts of the same brand, give me 3 smalls, give me 4 mediums, like that normally comes out very quickly. For the Dungeons and Dragons order I was telling you about
Yeah.
before,
Uh-huh.
I think from start to finish, that entire process, including the time of me talking to her and creating it and getting, getting the payment together to it being delivered at her door, I think the entire process was 13 days.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
it was
That's a
super
good turnaround.
fast, super fast. I mean, I was into it. I really enjoyed drawing it, so I was able to get a quick turnaround. I think I had the mock-up in like 24 hours, and then she was good to approve it. So then we immediately sent it off, and I mean, it was fast.
Well, so it wouldn't be that. I'm gonna ask. Well, let me ask you this. I don't want to take it for granted. Would it, for example, somebody wanted a logo
Uh-huh.
on a T-shirt? Maybe say it's just a red square. It's just nothing writing, just red square. They get the shirts back. They like it. They want to keep it, but they say, you know what? We want the same square, but we want it to be blue now.
Okay.
Would that be very difficult to just change one color, or how does
That
that work?
is surprisingly easy.
Really?
Yeah, so in Photoshop, I can go in there, I can match one color, and I can change it completely to a different color, and then I can
Wow.
spot check, and then I just take that new image and I send it off. The actual first creation is the hardest part.
What's the hardest part? What was
the actual like initial creation, tweaking
initial
it?
creation? I see.
I can tweak it no problem.
Wow. So let's kind of go through some more clothes. You mentioned hats. So I'd like to show the ladies and gentlemen some of your caps and hats. So you can kind of tell us more about this. Here's one.
Okay, so this product was actually designed by our intern this summer. So we had an intern working with Urban Alliance, which is it helps at risk youth just like get college and career ready. So she's currently going to Kent State. She's getting a fashion degree. And she was our intern, and we totally let her take over Eli Nelly for 6 weeks. And
wow.
Yeah, nice. It was really cool. she had some really great ideas about what she wanted to like put out in the world, because she thought like, yeah, this will really resonate with different groups of people. Is she wanted to make these trucker hats, and she was like, X marks the spot, because like, you know, the home is where the heart is. It was a lot going on. So we worked with her on getting some pretty cool colors together. And then what we came up with is you have this nice patch. It's like a nice little patch on the hat. And then you have this map, but it's not like a traditional boring brown map. It has the pop of color with the words. I believe the cities that we offer: Chicago, Atlanta,
Dallas,
Miami. I want to say she put Detroit or St. Louis because she just has family that's from there. And then you have the latitude and longitude for each city on the side. So I mean, It was really great working with someone who just was like really hungry for the business, and you know. Showing her like, you can do this too, you know?
Absolutely. But what I'm going to do, there's more I'm going to show, but I want to get your website out here.
Yeah.
So that way, ladies and gentlemen, if you want more information, now don't tune out. We're not through yet.
They're like going like, I got to go to the other website.
Here is her website here. If you want to check out more clothes, her logos, and even order. So yeah, no, I get mixed up too. Where to point at? That's www.elinelly.com. I'll keep that up, ladies and gentlemen. And so if you have a custom shirt, or if there's an existing shirt or pants or hat you see, there's the website to go right there.
Yeah, seriously, if you want something custom, just send me an email. You can either send it to jasmine@elinelly.com or support@elinelly.com, and you know, we'll get it. We can work together. If you have like a little league coming up, you just want some shirts for the family get together, you know, the family reunion. Like, I would love to help you out, give you a fair price, and give you a great timeline.
No, when I was looking through your website, I saw something that was, I mean, it's all interesting, but there was one point, and people that are watching this that go to your website will probably find this interesting as well. There's a section on your website. It's called a rewards program.
Oh yeah.
Tell us about the rewards program, ladies and gentlemen. You might want to pay attention to this too.
Okay. So definitely we want to thank our customers. We want to show that we appreciate them coming back. So we have rewards set up. I mean, it's as simple as getting a point for just like coming back to the website, because it kind of tracks you if you have your cookies set that way. You can earn points per like every like $2, I want to say. I haven't looked at it in a minute, but like you can earn points for each purchase to cash them in for either, you know, percentage off or free shipping. And it's really cool too, because it's tiered. So like the more you hang out with us, you end up getting things at this like same price that I would have to pay to get them myself.
Pat on the back. There you go.
Yeah, right. Like, thank you so much, please. And then we not only do we have the rewards program, but if people are really like, yo, I love this brand, they are 100% invited to join our affiliate program. So we have like brand ambassadors. You just kind of tell us about you. I'll call you up and interview you, or I'll text you and interview you, and then I'll be like, yeah, we're good to go here. I'll set them up with a discount code. I'll send them products. So we definitely have that as well, brand ambassador program.
Well, it pays to buy direct.
Yes.
Right here.
Yes. Yes.
Well, let's just talk about the name too. How did the name Eli Nelly come to be?
Okay, so clearly I talked about like my love of fashion design. The actual name though, my partner used to photograph under that name, and one day she just a huge photography product, and she wanted to watermark her pictures. You know, like you have the like Life Touch in the side. And she wanted to make one of those for her brand. And I was like, oh, I can do that. That's easy. I'll use Photoshop. I'll make it for you right now.
Mhm.
So I'm making it, and I have this font together. I have the border together. And I'm like, this is handsome. I like this. This is really cute. This is a great name. And at the same time, this is when I'm just kind of like doodling out. I'm like, hey, can I use this brand? Can I just put this on a t-shirt? And so this is when, you know, I toured around, made it on one of those quick tee websites, and I got in. I was like, oh no, this does look good. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna like make an entire astrology line. So we kind of went from there, but the actual name, the Eli Nelly, so her name is Casey Elizondo Connolly, and she's very proud of both sides of her family. They're great people who like raised a wonderful human being.
Perfect.
So as she was photographing, and she did a lot of photographs of just like the world around her, especially her grandma's home in Mexico. So like everything was like very near and dear. So she named it for her actual last name. So you have the Eli comes from Elizondo, and then the Nelly comes from Connolly, and then we have Eli Nelly. And so she has the name. She's really the vision, and I'm just like, I do the work.
Wow. So it just kind of came to par that way.
Yeah, it just really fell into place. I mean, we have a lot of other ideas too. Like we made dog ice cream, just like let's make a Scoops dog ice cream company. I mean, we always come up with like just fun ideas, but this one stuck. This one is a long-term project.
Well, you said something that I was going to bring up. You mentioned how fun it is. I've always heard the saying that if you do what you love, it's really not work. Is that true here? What you're doing?
Yes, definitely. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say like there's times where I'm exhausted. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just busy with my other job, so I can't like fully invest in this one. But no, when I'm creating on an iPad and I'm showing my designs, or when I get that Shopify notification that an order came through, even when like, you know, you post something on Instagram and you start seeing the likes come through, like it's a blast. It's really a good time. And I think the reason that I believe it's such a good time is because I know that we're putting out quality products and they mean something. Everything we make, even our signature line, because of what it stands for, really does mean something. And I hope it hits to the essence of that person who's buying it.
I agree with you. And I'm not trying to take away from, you know, the large corporations that we all know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when you order something from somebody who's an entrepreneur as yourself,
Yeah.
it's a lot more heart goes into it.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
more you're getting a creation from somebody, from their imagination, from their being. And so I think when you order something, you know, from an individual person, you know, an entrepreneur, if I can use that word again.
Yeah.
It's more, there's more heart into it in my opinion.
Definitely. And I mean, the hardest part, so you said earlier the hardest part, but really the hardest part is that we don't have like an in-house store and printing station, because there's been so many times where I'm like, oh my God, I love you. Thank you so much for purchasing with us. Like I want to write a handwritten note and put it in the package, but it's shipped from Philadelphia or Los Angeles after someone else makes it. So, I mean, if we make it big, like that is the first thing I want. I want like my warehouse where I put everything together and I get
nice.
Written. Yeah. I appreciate you. Like, here, I threw in a pair of socks. I love you guys. Like, I can't wait for like that to actually go off.
Okay, let me show some more clothing line. But we got kind of a humorous comment
in
our chat.
Oh,
we mentioned earlier about, you know, if you do what you love, if it's fun, it's really not work. Well, the comment from Randy says, if that's the case, I need to be a pro fisherman.
You know, I bet we're really close to fishing being in the Olympics. So, Randy, you might need to go for it.
Hey, do what you love. It's what I say, right?
Yeah.
Let me put your website back up and let's look at some more things that you've created. I mean, I've
Sure.
got a lot of good creations here. Here's another hat that I wanted to show. You can tell us about this one.
Oh, this one's funny. Okay, so I'm a teacher in my day job, and one of my kids was like, you have a clothing brand? You should make bucket hats. And I was like, I'm an adult. I don't have a bucket hat. And they were like, no, you make a bucket hat. I'll buy it right now. And the kids were just really enthused. And I'm like, okay, I'll make a bucket hat. And I know they're so super trendy. It's just, actually, this is really close to a fisherman hat. If you would like one, Randy.
Yeah. Hey, Randy, there's your hat right there.
Right? So bucket hats, super trendy. Those come in a variety of fun colors. This one I believe is the mango. The one I really like is the kind of olive green one. And the design you see there is part of our just beyond ordinary. So our tags on the bottom of our shirt say Eli Nelly, but if you flip them up, it says beyond ordinary, because the idea is that we create products for beyond ordinary people. And so we have our Beyond line, and we also have like the Eli Nelly signature stuff. But the Beyond line's cool because it's like, no, I am beyond the ordinary. I don't fit into your box. So this design here has it kind of flips. The eye is really an exclamation mark. So hopefully people like kind of felt that, thought it was cool. And we even have the same design on sweatshirts, sweatpants, and sweatshorts and hoodies.
I was going to say, I like that logo because, it says beyond ordinary, and ordinary is upside down.
Yeah,
Which is what shows you you're beyond ordinary.
Yeah, you flip it on its head.
Let's see, here's another hat right here. Oh, this is the Dallas one.
That's the Dallas one. And this one's super funny. This is kind of like the mock-up image from the website. But these look so much better in person. I wish because the intern, she ordered one for Chicago, and I was like, ooh, these turned out really nice.
Really nice.
Sometimes it's hard to tell with a mock-up image. And in storage, I have like a box thing, like a light box to take like high quality images. I gotta go into my storage unit and get it out so we can put quality products on the website, because nothing looks bad, nothing at all.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. What else you got?
We talked about shirts. We talked about the hat. Let's get into pants now. Everybody likes to relax pants. Just like I said, you can chill on the couch watching TV, sleep, or go down to your local grocery store. So let's look at some pants here. We got a couple here, actually a few more than that to show. Tell us about this one.
Oh yeah. So this one is actually a really interesting story. So you see, like, the Eli Nelly is big on the leg there.
Yes.
I don't think it's that big anymore, because there was a moment where when I ordered probably $800 worth of Eli Nelly clothes.
Wow.
And I got it in. I was like, oh, this logo's kind of big. So I resized a lot of the things, but this image is still there because it's the original. Once you know what's on there, but it isn't taking up half your leg. Actually, those are super comfortable. They are just great sweatpants. They
look comfortable.
They're nice. They're thick. They have like the cuff at the end, so if you kind of like them where you pull them up to your calf a little bit, the drawstring works. They have pockets, but it's really
I need pockets.
Right? It's just a solid pair of sweatpants. I wear those minimum 3 times a week. Yeah, I have that exact color. I wear them all the time.
And they are definitely stretchable too.
Yeah, nice stretchy elastic waistband, and it's a nice thick waistband too. Not one of those that's gonna bunch on you and fold. No, those are.
I've had those.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this one? It's a little bit different. Oh, this is another Beyond, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is part of that Beyond Ordinary line. These are really cool. These are a slimmer cut. Like, these will be more like I'm wearing a matching sweatsuit, sweat top set. Great for actually going out the house. And we also have plenty of t-shirts that would coordinate well for this. So no, these are great. These are made by Independent. The other ones are, I believe, made by Cotton Heritage. They're both super high quality. These are just like a trimmer fit. And we have a lot of products that match these. They come in blue, like a salmon-y pink, I believe yellow, and a forest green. Some of them come in forest green.
Okay. We have a question, actually.
What's up?
And this comes from Randy, our fisherman guy again.
Okay.
And he's got a question for you, Jazz. Do you make waders?
Not yet. I might have to get into the industry. I haven't thought about it.
Randy, you may have to put a special request on that one.
Right? Like, custom order for Randy waders. Let's go.
He's the fisherman. So, okay. We'll keep that in mind, Randy. Thank you.
You know what, Randy? I'm going to make a t-shirt with a really cool fish on it just for you. So.
Oh, Randy, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the website, Randy. You better keep track of that. Okay, we've covered pants, hats, and the sweatshirt. We haven't really talked about the t-shirts or shown it. So let me just
Okay.
pull one random up.
This is
Let's have
fun. I don't even know what you're pulling up. Like, ooh, what's
what's
next?
next? How about that? Oh, that's it. Oh, you know
Okay.
what that one is.
All right. Yeah. So this is our Eli Nelly signature tee. Just a solid t-shirt. So this one is our slimmer fit model. I love wearing it under like a loose flannel, loose button down. Feels great under a jacket, but it's also great for like summertime hot.
Sure.
Like, okay, cool. I put on a t-shirt. I'm good to go. It's not like a kiddie graphic tee. It's just like solid. This is the brand.
Okay, let's see. How about this one? Oh, this is your astrological one? Is that the one?
Yeah. Okay. So a little bit about the astrological line. I'm really into the app CoStar, and I know my sun, my moon, and my rising sign. And there's a huge niche of that, and I feel like so often we talk about like the bad characteristics of certain signs, like I'm a Leo, I want attention, like chill out, leave me alone. But I wanted to emphasize the good portions of each sign. So this is the Libra, and you see kind of the lady with her scales of justice, which is like the essential element. And then as you guys can read, you'll see like the most prominent, the best traits about the Libra that goes around them, and then the actual, the normal symbol that we see is going to be on the front chest.
Do you do all astrological signs or just certain ones?
Yeah, every single one is on there. All the shirts come in black and white, and they also come in like a special color that coordinates with whatever the sign is. So, like if you're a water sign, there's probably like some bluish, or if you're like for the Leo tee, it comes in like a burnt orange. It's like that. It feels very like Leo-y, but it also still comes in that black and the white.
Okay. Like Scorpio, Virgo, whatever the symbol
Got them all.
of that.
My personal favorite is the Pisces, because I have like the two fish going together. Except the way I made it, like the scales, it was so fun to make. I think it came out just absolutely beautiful.
Just curious. I know someone who is actually a Virgo.
Okay.
What's the sign for Virgo? Do you know?
The Virgo one should be. This was one of the last ones I made. I believe it's a lady with an afro. And the Virgo is a virgin, and it's just like a really beautiful, like just cool drawing. The best seller is the Taurus. So the Taurus has like a nice strong bull on it.
I bet that's a good one.
Yeah, that one is very, very popular. But no, these were a blast to make.
Okay. Let's see. How about this one right here? It's not really a t-shirt, I don't think, but let's see what this one is. It might be one I've already shown. Oh, this is a different color.
The Taurus.
That's it. Yes, I was looking for that one.
So that's the Taurus. I drew that bull. Very proud of it.
You drew that. Oh,
yes.
Wow. You did a good job of that.
And then same thing. Put what they are around it. Strong-willed, hardworking, good for them. And then it has like the Taurus symbol on the front.
Yeah. So just reiterate to my audience. On the astrological, you drew all these. These are your creations that you.
The image in the middle is hand drawn. I spent several hours on all of them.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. I think I found another sweatshirt. Like I said, those look very, very comfortable. This one says roots on there.
Yeah. So this one's just like knowing your roots, knowing where you're from, and then it comes in like the tan with the dark brown, just so like roots, trees, and it looks really cool because the font is like tree bark, and I just wanted to make it like a simple, super comfortable sweatshirt. This is one that I wear when I'm kind of feeling like a little bit nicer, because it's just so simple and just a solid sweatshirt.
I like that, and of course it reminds us that we should honor our roots wherever we came from, our family history. And I've heard the saying though, my family tree, I have a lot of branches, but there's a lot of nuts on it too. Sorry, my family, if you heard that. Yeah, we won't say anything.
Yeah, right.
Well, I got some on her website, ladies and gentlemen. She's got some models wearing some of these clothes. So we've shown the clothes, but we haven't actually shown it on the person. So we'll show a person wearing it, and if we haven't talked about it yet, we can kind of talk about your creation on this one. So here's one here. Oh, she's wearing the Eli Nelly shirt there.
Yeah, so that one just is in green. This is probably one of the originals from when I was like, oh, we can make that a little smaller, but definitely just like Eli Nelly. And then for our clothes, it was really important to like get people who are very diverse in them as well, to just show like we respect and love that.
That looks really nice. Looks really
Thank
good.
you.
Is that now? So she's wearing a green shirt. Do they come in different colors as well? On this
Yes,
shirt?
yes. Green, purple, red, black, and then of course, if you see a color if you don't see a color that you want, just email me. I'll figure it out.
Okay, and then another one here.
Yeah. So everyone knows like a big deal right now is like respecting people's pronouns. If you work at a high profile company, they probably ask you to put like your pronouns and your signature, and just really like affirming people's identity. And so this is the she. It's a long sleeve, so we have she, he, and they as just like a simple words on the t-shirt, and just anyone can use them to express themselves. Like I wear the she all the time, just because like I want people to know like I'm proud to be a woman, right? So we have she, he, and they, and then we also have one where it has like the Eli Nelly logo on the front, and then on the back it has she crossed out, he crossed out, and they crossed out, and then it says like just me. And I also think that's like super affirming that like no, I am me. I don't need these labels. Like I am exactly who I am. So I definitely want to respect all identities, and then give people who are in those kind of little niche markets who are vulnerable like a way to express themselves and be proud too, and let them know like there's a company that cares about them. Like even like I don't have to be like you to understand you and show you respect, right?
Right. In fact, going along those lines, I've heard the old saying. You probably heard it too, where it says, how's it go? Oh, in a world full of copycats, be an original. You know.
Yes, definitely. You can be anybody in the world, be yourself.
Exactly. Well, I mean, there's so many more I'd like to show and just discuss. Don't think we've shown this one yet. So tell us about
thanks, Gene. Oh, that's the cotton candy sweatshirt.
Yeah, that's one. That's one a little bit smaller, you said. A little bit smaller.
This one's a little bit more tailored, but it is a solid sweatshirt. This one's like pretty nice. It is pink, and the embroidery there is like a baby blue, so it looks like cotton candy at the back, like at the circus. I think this is my mom's favorite. This one is very popular.
Mom likes this one.
My mom, like every time she sends me a picture, she's wearing this one.
She's got good taste then.
Yes. No. One of my old students actually bought this one, and she bought it bigger because she wanted it to be like a big, comfy sweatshirt. And she says, I bought it because it was pink, thinking my brother wouldn't steal it, but he always wants it because she thinks it's so cute.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that one's definitely cute.
It looks very nice too, and most of all, it looks very comfortable. That again, like I told you, can sit at home, watch TV, just chill, or go to town for real quick, or just kind of whatever you want to do. It's an everywhere shirt. What I would say.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, we got a comment just now. I think you saw too. It's very, very nice. Gene Hudson says, this has been really interesting for me. So crafty and says so much with just a word. Cool.
Oh, thanks, Gene. I really appreciate it.
It kind of goes along with what I said
earlier,
nice. Jazz. It's great. I mean, like I said, I'm not taking away from big corporations, but we like the individual person like you, the entrepreneurs, the people. I think you get you do get a personal touch. It's a custom creation that you want. So I think that's very, very important.
Yeah, definitely try to put something out there for everybody. Now Randy's inspired me to put something out there for the fishers of the world. So
Randy, look what you started.
Right? No, really, Randy's gonna be on the website in 2 weeks and be like, there's an entire nature line.
So if people want to get in touch with you, let me put that back up. Is this the best way for them to send you a message to get in touch with you if they have a custom creation that they're thinking about? Yeah.
So from the website, there is like the about and contact section, which will give you a link straight to me. You can also just email me personally. Like if someone here just sparked an idea that they've been wanting to make, they just didn't know how. Send me an email. It's Jasmine, Jazman, @elinelly.com. It'll go right to me. I check it all the time. And if you want to make something work, definitely. There's no limit on. There's no minimums. There's no maximums. There's no unless you're doing embroidery, we can print in all kinds of colors, and that includes like a lot of times when you go to places and say, hey, I want this shirt printed, they say, okay, well, we have a 5-shirt minimum and it can only come in these 4 colors, or you can only print 3 color totals. Like, we don't have those rules. So definitely if you like something that's made just for you, just for your thing, we're good.
Well, I will ask you this. I'm kind of go back to what story you told about the lady that had this shirt printed for her son.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was a baby until 18. How does that work? I mean, for example, does someone like give you a picture and you scan it?
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious what's the process on a real actual photo?
So for that one, she had emailed me a bunch of pictures, and I chose the ones that like were turned out to be the highest quality and the ones that fit best into the frame. So we definitely worked together for that one. I think I sent her like 3 separate drafts, just like, okay, well, what if we kind of put these, because the images had different types of coloring. So like, what if we made these black and white and the picture from now was in color? That way it kind of like fades down, or do you like it more when they're stacked this way? And I mean, she was my friend, so I definitely went like above and beyond for her. Absolutely. But I am 100% willing to do that with anybody. Just like, I want you to be proud of something, and I want, it to, have the Eli Nelly on the inside stitching, so you know where you got it from.
Because I've seen it, in the past, decades before, where you bring a picture, but the person just kind of irons it on.
Yeah.
But this picture's actually incorporated in the shirt. It's, would you call it a dye, or is it thread, or
it's called direct to garment printing. Like, imagine you are printing something from your computer, and when it comes out, you can't scratch away the ink, right? Because it printed into the paper. It's just like that.
I was wondering the process on that. I think that's very interesting. Again, it's one of those that'll last a long time. And means a lot. Like I said, I say it again, the personal touch, I think, is very, very important. So, well, Jazz, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
I've learned a whole lot myself. And it's encouraging, I think, for people, such as yourself, to, if you have a dream, go for it.
Definitely. Like, I'm super busy. I still have my day job, and this is just such a great way to like outlet my creativity on the side. Some of us are in jobs, or we're in relationships where we really can't like express ourselves. And just like having that side project, whether that's photography, whether that's the Van Buren variety show, right? Like, go for what makes you feel like you. And I mean, that's like, my daughter is doing screen printing now. I need to know more about that. Oh yeah. Screen printing is actually very cool. It's just, you have to do it in such high numbers to be able to make it kind of viable. Because, you pay for each screen. You have to paint it on individually. And then if you don't need that screen anymore, or even if you want a different size, it's really hard to kind of adjust. With direct to garment, you send the file to the printer and it prints on that space. So really your only limitation is like kind of like the correct printing area. So you kind of can go here and on the sleeve, but I can't do like an all over print, but hopefully that technology comes soon, or sublimation is what they call it.
I see. Then we talked about the printing. Now you print on the shirt itself, front and back, but you can also do sleeves as well.
Yes, we can do sleeves as well. Typically, I don't, just because I feel like it's a lot going on for like what I want to put out in the world. Sure. But if someone came to me and they were like, I want my last name, family reunion, I'd be like, all right, we'll make it happen.
But hey, they could come in, right? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Jazz, again, it's been a great talking to you. Good luck on your business. And again, I keep wanting to put that up there so people can see it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to help out a small business and on a already promising entrepreneur, go to this website, www.elinelly.com. You're sure to find something there that you like. And again, custom creations right there too. Just let her know what you want to do. So within reason.
We'll figure it out.
Talk about challenges. Maybe someone might give you a challenge now, but no.
Right? Hey, we can do everything for a price.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the important part. So, well, Jazz, good luck to you. And I hope more people come to your site, learn more about you, and order from you. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, there's a rewards program on that as well. So the more you order, the more rewards you get, correct?
Yes. Well, thank you guys so much. And thanks for everyone for participating. I really appreciate everything from you guys.
Okay. And thank you very much, Jazz. I hope you have a great week.
You too. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Jazz. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for tonight's episode of the Van Buren Variety Show. Glad you could tune in. I learned a lot myself. So hopefully if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, subscribe now, because that way you get updates on each week. I have an individual guest talking about a different topic. Again, a very interesting topic. So no matter what it is, you'll learn something new, as I have. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you know of somebody that has a special talent, interest, hobby, can do entertainment, just send them my way. You'll see my email address at the end of the show, and just send me an email, who they are, what's their talent, what do they do, and definitely try to get them scheduled in. So this is Bob Van Buren for the Van Buren Variety Show. Hope you've all had a great time tonight, and I'll see you next week. Have a great evening, everybody.